Hi friends, it's Marjana Melby, Coldwell Banker Realty. Today we're talking about top 3 do's and top 3 don'ts when in the process of buying a house. When you have a loan that you have been pre-approved for and you're in the middle of transaction, there are many steps that your professionals like your realtor, your loan officer will be taking you through in the process. And of course your title reps until you get to successful closing. So when it comes to taking out credit to buy a house, there are certain things that you should do while in the process, and there are certain things that you absolutely should not do if you want your transaction to be completed successfully. So number 3 of the do's: anytime you have a question, ask your loan officer. They will tell you whether or not you can apply for new credit, whether or not you can buy an item that's of larger value, taking out credit. If you're doing cash transactions, unless they impact the amount of money that you need for down payment and closing costs, that's not a problem. So always ask your loan officer if you have doubts about doing something regarding credit. Now, when it comes to your open credit lines, do pay off balances in full every month, or if you can't, keep them under 30% of the total credit line. That is very important because that impacts your credit score. And another one is do pay your bills on time. That's really number 1 do especially during the buying a house. Keeping credit, keeping all accounts paid on time, all payments paid on time is super important anytime, but especially in this process. Now let's talk about the 3 don'ts. The item number 3 on a don't, I have do not quit your job. Don't quit your job before the closing, or do not quit this job and apply for a job in a different line of work. Many loan officers will say that if, let's say, while you're buying a house, you receive an offer of a different job in the same line of work that pays more money, that certainly will be good for your transaction. There are certain rules that really vary from lender to lender. So again, I would recommend that you talk to your lender and find out if this is a good idea and when it's a good idea to do it. Number 2, do not close any accounts. And that really is very important on your credit. Many consumers do not realize how closing an account, especially one that has been open for a long time, impacts your credit score. You do not want your credit score to drop while in the middle of real estate transaction. And number 1, don't miss any payments. Do not have any 30-day lates on any accounts that are on your credit report, because that will impact your credit score. And again, your credit score could potentially bump you out of the pre-approval for the home that you're buying. So these are the do's and don'ts. If you have questions, feel free to comment down below and I will reply to them.